welcome to this channel. Hope you all are doing great in your life. Today we will discuss the Charter of 1600. That is the establishment of the East India Company. Background. Portuguese were the first to find out the route to India directly from the Europe via Cape of Good Hope during the reign of King Manuel I. In 1577, Francis Drake made his first expedition to stop the Spanish in South America. But in 1579, he sailed towards the East Indies and landed in the Spice Island, modern-day Indonesia. On 10th of April 1591, James Lancaster to sail to the Arabian Ocean through the Cape of Good Hope. The English traders, like other European traders, wanted to expand their business in the East Indies. The intention of the English traders was initiated with the winning over the Spanish Armada in 1588. As entering India before 1600, the Englishmen found the hub of trading and the abundant richness of India. That is, the reason India was called the Golden Bird. The astonishing richness of wealth and the trading center where the Dutch and Portuguese were doing good business has attracted the British traders in England. The aristocrats, nobles, knights, and rich traders in London wanted to reach the golden soil of India in 1599, for which they required the legal sanction and permission to do business in East Indies from the sovereign authority. Already in 1599, John Mildenhall entered India with the petition letter. Formation of the East India Company. The spark of voyage to the East Indies started to accumulate in 1599 when the wealthy merchants wanted to expand their business under the Royal Charter. The merchants and royals started to invest monies for the voyage. They invested about £30,000. They formed a corporation named Governor and Company of Merchants of London, trading into the East Indies. The promoters were George Earl of Cumberland and 250 knights who presented the petition before the Queen of England for her assent. On 31st of December 1600, the company was given the royal approval by Queen Elizabeth I. The company was a joint stock company. Structure of the company. The charter was granted the administrative body and management for the smooth running of the company, for which the committee was formed. The committee was headed by the governor, under him a deputy governor, and consisting of 24 members who were elected by the general body of traders and merchants. The first governor was Thomas Smythe. Its headquarters before 1621 was at a room at Philpott Lane, Fenchurch Street, London. The committee was called the Court of Directors, and its members were called the Directors of the General Court. The tenure of the governor was for a period of 1 year. The objective behind the formation of the company was to challenge the monopoly business of the Dutch and the Portuguese in East Indies. Legislative power given to the company. The charter, while providing the exclusive trading license to the only British company in the East Indies through the Cape of Good Hope and the west of Straits of Magellan, for a period of 15 years with the provision to be revoked on 2 years' notice. The charter entrusts the company some legislative powers for the smooth running of the company administration and servants. The punishment which company can impose includes fine, simple imprisonment, but not any serious punishment like death. So, the charter provided such limited legislative power to the company so that it can run the good administration. The affairs of the company was to be acted on the democratic lines. As the company had the exclusive right to do business in the East Indies, so the other British company and traders were restricted. If they did it, so the company can forfeit the ship and business. The first voyage made in India after the Queen's assent was in 1601, commanded by Sir James Lancaster by ship Red Dragon. Impact of the Charter. The first one of the British rule in India was implanted through this charter. The charter was assented by the Queen of England. The objective was restricted within the trade in the Indian subcontinent. But with the passage of time, the English trade changed into English administration on the Indian soil. In other words, the charter had unknowingly helped the establishment of the British Empire in India.